Hello everyone, back to today's first video, doing 5-day forecast for today's first video, having a detailed look at the weather for the next 5 days, as always on a Wednesday. Later on today, this afternoon, we'll extend out beyond the 5-day forecast period and have a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days. We'll probably include the Beijing Climate Centre for the next 40 days in that update as well. But we'll start off with the 5-day forecast today, and we're going to begin with radar picture from the weatheroutlook.com. Remember, you can find the link to the Weather Outlook on the links page, and also we use charts.website.de. You find the link to that website on the links page as well. So we'll start with a radar picture. This is the latest radar picture from the Weather Outlook, and it's very, very wet in the northwest of the country. Now, the rain has just about cleared Scotland, although there is still some rain across the far south and southwest of Scotland. Northern Ireland clearing up now, but come down across the Irish Sea into northwest England and through into Wales, and it's absolutely pouring with rain there, and it's been on for many hours now across that northwestern part of England and northern parts of Wales. So the rainfall totals are really clocking up. There's more rain to come this afternoon, so it could well be some localised flooding across parts of northwest England and North Wales through the course of this afternoon. You see some very bright and vibrant colours in with that rain, indicating perhaps some torrential bursts of rain, particularly to the west of high grounds on western slopes of places like Cumbria, for example, and down into Lake District, absolutely hammering down with rain there. Further southeast, through much of the Midlands, central, southern, southeast, and yes, I've got a few little bits and pieces of rain coming and going, but overall it's much drier in the southeast. This rain band will push southeastwards later on, but it'll be as a weakening feature as it does so. Here's today's top 2 pressure chart. So low pressure is more or less in control, where we have got a weather front strung out through the country that's producing this band of heavy rain. As I say, this will move southeastwards through the course of this afternoon and into this evening. So the rain should clear Scotland. It's more or less cleared the bulk of Scotland now. It still is raining down in the far south, southwest. Scotland will clear through this course of this afternoon. It's also has cleared Northern Ireland, but it'll keep pouring with rain across many parts of northern England and Wales, particularly to the western side of hills and coast. Through the Midlands in central, southern, southeastern England, mostly dry, a lot of cloud, few bright and sunny spells coming through. This rain band will move southeastwards into the Midlands, some central, southern parts of England by the end of the afternoon, but it'll be weakening as it does so. A few heavier bursts mixed in, yes, but not the really torrential rain that we've got at the moment in the northwest of England and into North Wales too. East Anglia and South East England probably staying out of trouble through the course of this afternoon. Also quite windy, that's the other thing to mention today. Winds are strong and gusty, so although temperatures are quite mild at around 11 to 17 degrees, the wind does take the edge off the temperatures a little bit. That's even the case in the far southeastern part of the country. Overnight tonight, we'll find that rain slipping southwards and eastwards into East Anglia and southeastern England as a weakening feature. So just a band of showery rain, really, for southeastern parts of the country, probably only lasting an hour or so. Then it clears away into the North Sea. Clearer skies follow along behind. We might have some showery bursts of rain in the far north and northwest of Scotland through the course of tonight, but most places will become dry in the second half of the night. The winds will turn light as well. It'll be a lot cooler than recent nights, with temperatures ranging from around 4 to 9 degrees Celsius. Certainly a much fresher feeling night compared to the past few nights. Into Thursday, and this is really starting to set the scene for the rest of the 5-day forecast period. So we've got low pressure out to the northwest country, quite a deep area of low pressure, but high pressure is building across many parts of Europe, and this high pressure will become increasingly influential as we head into the weekend. We're going to find winds freshening in the north and west of the country through the course of tomorrow, becoming quite strong again, the western parts of Scotland and also for Northern Ireland. There will be some showery bursts of rain developing across the northwest of Scotland as well through the course of Thursday. But the bulk of the country will stay dry tomorrow. There'll be a mix of sunny spells and variable cloud. Temperatures not too far from average, maybe a little bit above, ranging from around 10 to 16 degrees Celsius. We move through into Friday. We've got a very deep area of low pressure close to Iceland, and a weather front is across the northwest of the country. But look at this, the high pressure is building across many parts of Europe. That's starting to turn the winds into the south for southern parts of the UK. So we'll have cloud and showery bursts of rain across Scotland, Northern Ireland, possibly coming down into northwestern parts of England and North Wales as well through the course of Friday. But anywhere south and east of that can have a lot of dry weather with a mix of sunny spells and variable cloud. Probably quite cloudy through parts of northeast England down into the Midlands, Lincolnshire, Yorkshire, places like that. But go further southeast to that, I would think there is some reasonably good sunny spells coming through on Friday afternoon, and temperatures might lift up to around 20 degrees in that sunshine in the far south. That's 68 Fahrenheit. Really quite warm indeed for the middle of October. Obviously cooler with the wind and the rain in the north and the west. We get through to Saturday. You see what's happening. This huge build of high pressure covering many parts of Europe and into parts of England and Wales as well, turning the winds into the south, still on the unsettled side in the north with a band of rain for Scotland. So Scotland probably has cloud and outbreaks of increasingly light rain through the course of Saturday. The rest of the country, though, good sunny spells coming through. There will be cloud floating around, but there should be some reasonable sunny spells. Watch out for mist and fog patches, perhaps early and late on Saturday. One or two of those could be quite dense and may linger well on into the day, but once they go, the sunshine should come through. Temperatures really unseasonably warm for the time of year in the southeast, could well be reaching 22 degrees. 22 degrees is at 72 Fahrenheit, somewhere like central London. Get through to Sunday, and really unusual weather pattern this. So high pressure is covering the bulk of Europe. We've got this really deep area of low pressure out off the coast of Portugal. That contains the remains of Hurricane Ophelia. So it's all rather tropical looking, really, and we're pulling the air up from a very long way south. What it means in terms of the weather, we may find the rain pepping up across the far north of Scotland, becoming heavy, persistent there. The rest of the country, though, I think we're looking at good sunny spells, and going to be very warm indeed, with temperatures maybe going 23, possibly you wouldn't rule out 24 degrees somewhere in the southeast of England on Sunday afternoon. That's into the mid-70s Fahrenheit, really unusually and unseasonably warm. Again, watch out for mist and fog patches early and late. They could be dense, they might linger well into the day, but I think they will go. There's perhaps less of a risk on Sunday because the breeze will be that bit fresher, as you notice, from the isobars beginning to tighten. And then we end the 5-day forecast period on Monday, so this ridge is beginning to lose its influence. We've got this very deep area of low pressure out to west of Scotland and Ireland. I'm not sure what the central pressure is on that, but it looks like it's going down close to around 960 millibars, something like that. So it's a storm actually to the west of us. Contains the remains of Hurricane Ophelia, and whilst the severe gales look like they're out to the west of the UK, it's probably bringing a band of rain in across the country. So I would suspect we may have gales close to Ireland, possibly some gale force winds running up the Irish Sea. There could be some heavy rain in the west. Bear in mind, this is all very uncertain by this point. It is subject to change, but there might be some heavy rain in the west. Central and eastern areas are likely to still be within that very, very warm air that becomes established over the weekend. And as this frontal system pushes eastwards during Monday, it's within humid and unstable air. It might set off thunderstorms across eastern parts of the country. Wouldn't rule out that. And then behind that front, it becomes much, much cooler. The air turns much cooler out in the west. So a huge range in temperatures potentially on Monday. In the east, before this weather front arrives, it's not out of question that we could reach 25 degrees Celsius. That's 77 Fahrenheit. Very, very unusually hot for 16th of October. But out in the west, the temperatures, after a really warm start, might fall away through the day, probably finishing up no better around 13 or 14 degrees, perhaps across the Northern Ireland and some western coastal areas of England and Scotland and Wales. So really unusual weather coming up at the end of this 5-day forecast period, which is why I've gone on about it a little bit longer than normal. But just to sum it all up and have a look at the charts for weather outlook, here we go for today's weather. We've got the showery rain in the northwest, very wet weather across parts of northwest England down into North Wales, mostly dry in the south and becoming drier across Scotland and Northern Ireland as well. Thursday looks a mainly dry day. We've got rain in the north on Friday, but south and southeast mostly dry, becoming warm, temperatures up to 21 degrees already by Friday. And then into weekend, the rain band is pushed northwards into Scotland as we bring increasing amounts of sunshine up from France and warmer temperatures as well. This continues into Sunday, which looks an unseasonably warm day. A lot of sunshine and dry weather away from Scotland, where we have those showery bursts of rain. And then on Monday, we end up with potentially gale force winds running up the Irish Sea, possibly severe gales close to Northern Ireland and western Scotland, a band of rain pushing eastwards. And as it runs into the heat in the east, it might develop some thunderstorms as well, and a very, very large contrast in temperatures from around 25 degrees, 77 Fahrenheit, somewhere in eastern England before that rain band arrives, to maybe no more than around 12 or 13 degrees out in the west by the end of Friday afternoon. And then that probably sets up for a much more unsettled spell of weather as we go through the rest of next week. And I'll talk about that in today's second video update. So, in summary, well, a very interesting 5 days coming up. It looks like we're going to have unseasonably warm weather over weekend and into the start of next week. There will be rain at times, especially in the north and the west. And by the time we get through to the start of next week, we could have gale force or severe gale force winds running up the Irish Sea and close to Northern Ireland and western Scotland. As I say, unseasonably hot in the east. And you wouldn't rule out risk of some thunder as well before the temperatures do a bit of a collapse by the end of Monday, taking us into a much cooler, much more unsettled week next week. Right, that's got that out of the way, and today's second video update, we'll have a look at the period beyond the 5-day forecast period. Come back for that this afternoon. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.